goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the North Texas Mean Green, taking on a playoff team from last year, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
They start this playoff game with a pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Hawkins. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out.
Big moment early in this playoff game. They face a third down on the opening drive.
Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down.
Grab behind the line. It's Hawkins.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Great job by this defense of tackling in space. They are going to keep him short of the first down marker, and a big decision for this head coach on whether or not to go for it or punt it away.
So the first drive of the game, instead of punting and pinning the opponent deep, they're going to go for it on fourth down. And the quarterback dropping back. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. And here comes the punter onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Changing the play at the line. On first down, it's play action. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Now they'll run it on the draw. And test the middle and get stuck. That is just not open for business today.
Well, a lot of times as a play caller, you go to the draw play because you feel the defensive front is just consumed with trying to get pressure on the quarterback. They go with the draw, but the defense is completely locked in. Does a nice job of showing discipline to completely negate the play.
Taking a deep shot here to the right. Oh, and it's dropped to Chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver.
And the Aztecs will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Mean Green offense is back on the field now. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? A pop pass on the jet sweep. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Bringing pressure. On a pass rush, gets home.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The San Diego State offense back out there. We're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together in this drive with a little more urgency.
Well, it looked like the quarterback was caught in between. Should I hand it off? Should I pull it and make the throw? Ends up getting some positive yards, but I think they missed a chance for a bigger gain.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. To throw, it's Mayava. Moves out of the pocket. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
Grab down the middle. It's 4. They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a 1st down.
Nice play-action call here by this offensive coordinator. You can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do well.
The Aztecs line it up with 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Aztecs, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Automatic in the PAT. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the North Texas offense back on the field. They're coming off a 3 and out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Deep shot, and he paid for it. And it's hauled in. What a catch. He put him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the opening play of the drive. It begins from the 33. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw. It's Mayava. On the move now. He's going to pull it down and run. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble.
Hey, if you're not going to account for a quarterback, he's going to be smart enough to take off when the opportunity is there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And he drops back in the gun. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And the Aztecs pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Lets it go quickly. Catch is made down the middle. And make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
The Aztecs moving quickly down the field here. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. Here's the point after attempt. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Play fake, looking to throw on first down. Sacked, it's a loss, back to the 6. San Diego State has the lead here, Kirk. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. He's tackled out beyond the 10-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. On the run here, lets it go. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what.
And he's got it down there inside the 35. They make the stop, and it's a big play with 31.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Now it's 2nd down here. On the run, it's Hawkins. First down and more. He's still running. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, you keep getting these chunk runs by this offense. They keep moving the chains and putting a lot of pressure on this defense, especially on a long drive like this. This defense looks clearly worn down.
That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete.
Just all around great defense here. Everybody's covered downfield. Really, the quarterback doesn't have anywhere to go. He tries to force it in before the ball can get thrown downfield. How about the big man getting up, climbing a ladder, and knocking that ball away?
But a quick stop on the defense. He just chews. It's 3rd and 8.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
And that one's picked off. What a play. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Good pass to the flat to a receiver. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Looking to throw. It's Mayava. Grabbed by the receiver. Tackle made after a solid game to spot the ball at the 34.
Man-to-man coverage. You run the drag route. You'd prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Breaking free at midfield. They finally get him down, but a big play to a 46.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
There's the handoff. Doing a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. On the run, it's Sutherland. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. It's the 2-minute timeout. We've got a blowout developing here.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
It's a quick grab. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Well, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Sutton. They finally get him, but a big gain moves the ball to the 10.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
And the Aztecs lining up here on 1st and 10. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Pass caught, can he get in? And he scores! Touchdown, Aztecs. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. On the move. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Mean Green. He just sprints into the end zone. That is an unforgettable moment for that kick returner. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up, and of course you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Got some time, now lets it go. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He's got some room at the 45. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. The Aztecs will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
Off the play fake, they're going to pass it.
Short pass finds the tight end. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
To throw, it's Mayava.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Third down and short, they decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at 4th and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
The pass is incomplete. The defense holds on 4th down, and they'll take over.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Pulls it in. It's Hawkins. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Here's the throw deep downfield. It is intercepted. Oh, he's bringing it back. He goes down, but they'll have a chance here now just before halftime.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's wide open. Look out. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The San Diego State offense on the field now. And the wideout goes in motion.
Dropping back, it's Mayava.
Caught by the receiver. And they bring him down quickly, but that's a solid gain on the short throw.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Catch made over the middle. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Completion good for 1st down yardage for this offense. Looking for some space. It's Williams. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that 1st down loss. He's got it with room to run. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime Spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
These guys didn't let the halftime break slow them down. They continue to dominate the line of scrimmage, give the ball to the back. Nice big positive gain to get things started here in the second half.
And the Aztecs have 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, drops back. Catch made on the right side. He finally makes the stop, but a huge gain sets up a 1st and goal.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and it puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
The Aztecs looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. Just have to be smart.
2nd and goal for the offense. And he'll set up to throw. He had all day back there before throwing the strike. Touchdown, San Diego State. Just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, it means you got to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job and taking care of him, receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
And it's fielded. Turner trying to make something happen. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. North Texas's offense is back out there now. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. It's a short completion of the tight end.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The completion makes it 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that one.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down line.
Makes the catch for the defense, breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. Here's the 2nd down play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. 3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He breaks free. That's big. They convert on 3rd and set him up first down from the 32. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Receiver grabs it. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back.
and he drops it. Can you believe it?
Well, Chris, as you know, anymore in college football, these tight ends are essentially wide receivers. They move them all over the place and try to find a good matchup. And they had one. They're just unable to complete the pass.
Looking to pass here on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Hawkins. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. So a tough 3rd and long on the 10th play of the drive. The ball is caught. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
The offense trailing here in the second half. This is a crucial 4th down try. Looking to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, North Texas.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
And the kickoff will be returned. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Play action here on 1st down. Looking for the wideout. He's got it in the open. Tackle made after a solid game to spot the ball for 31.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Marked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today.
This guy's been such a big factor in this game. Already a couple touchdowns. Now they need the 1st down. They dial him up again, and he delivers.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again.
Quarterback keeps the football.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
Well, there's just so many things happening on these read option plays, and they happen fast. This defense has done a good job of trying to prevent this quarterback from hitting the big play. He gets some yards here, but at least he didn't get out for a big gainer.
Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now 3rd down coming up.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him. Well, I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
No surprise, offense going for it on 4th down.
Back to pass. It's Mayava.
This one falls incomplete, and the defense makes a 4th down stop.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
San Diego State has the lead here, Kirk. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Man, this defense has had a great game today. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've done a nice job of taking the run game completely away, making it a lot easier to zero in on that quarterback in the pass game.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, he's going to throw for the first down. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
The Aztecs offense back on the field now. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here. He's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
Any offense loves to call a play on 1st and 5 after that offsides penalty. Back to throw. It's Mayava. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
A new set of downs after that completion. Handoff here from the shotgun. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. The pass is caught, and he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
1st down and goal here. A touchdown just about puts this game on ice. Now they call a run. No stopping him on that one. Touchdown, Aztecs.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
Now the important point after attempt. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the mean green offense is back on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Fires it to the wideout. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Touchdown, San Diego State. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment. They stretch the lead and get a lot closer to that spot in the national championship game.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. fielded in the end zone. It's Coleman. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. And it's a direct snap. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Direct snap. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
And it's a wildcat look here as they try to convert on third down. And it's a direct snap. They'll toss it to the back. And the defense is there to smother him. They were all over the option play that time. And the punt team now on to kick it away. So from his own end zone, he gets the kick away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the San Diego State offense back out there. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building in the lead here in the second half. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Getting set. Here's second down. Back to pass. It's Mayava. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. They're going to run it. He's got the first and still going. That's good for first down yardage now at the 26.
Love to see this with a lead late in the game. Get in the postseason, you got to trust your offensive line and your back. Not only do you keep the clock moving, you pick up a first down. Now you got a chance to ice this game.
And the Aztecs will have first and 10 here. Pounding away with the run game. zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. The shotgun handoff here. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that